Hello there, this is Coach Chitri. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. As you can see, my uniform has changed, and I should let you know that I'm speaking to you from the land of smiles, Thailand, where right now I am the manager and head instructor at Golf Point Center at the Rama 3 driving range in Bangkok. Now, I want to get this started by talking about something that's crucially important in the game of golf, which is essentially fundamentally contact. Contact is king, and contact of the ball is, and consistent contact of the ball is super important. It's like one of the main things that tend to miss out, especially with a lot of amateurs, where you start hitting like those top shots and those grounded shots and those all sorts of whatever. Now, today we're going to go into how to specifically hit and consistently hit the low point, and I'll get more into that and explain to you what that means. All right, before I continue, I would like you to just click the like and subscribe button below, and as you can see, my Instagram account is right down below as well, where you can see a bunch of shorts of different things that I mention and different lessons that I give. And also, I'd like you to inform you that I'm teaching online through the Skillest app. So the link is below if you're interested in having a discussion or a talk about your game, and if you're interested in having some lessons, online lessons with me. All right? Now, pardon my terrible painting skills. I'm a golf professional, I'm not an artist, but essentially low point is a consistent spot in front of your ball with an iron, which you are using that as a point of compression of the ball. Now, especially with the iron, it should be around 2 to 3 centimeters in front of the ball. Ideally, where your lead shoulder, being the center of the swing, should be essentially pointing at when you address the ball and during your posture. Now, as you can see here, this is essentially how the iron would want to create a compression in that sort of an angle through the ball. Now, the problem is that doing this, ideally, especially when the club head kind of changes at the point of contact, it makes it very difficult to hit the ball, but even more difficult just to simply hit this one point on the ground. And you would think that hitting a point on the ground, that one should be, pretty easy, considering you've been hitting thousands of balls on the range. Just hitting one specific point on the ground should be pretty easy, but it's a lot more difficult than you think. And I'll get more into that. All right. First things first, the concept that I'm going to be explaining to you right now is specifically for iron shots and especially for your short irons. The idea is that we want to hit a low point, which, as you can see, I have marked using a sticker. All right. Later on, I'll create a video about how to manage that low point, especially when it comes to your woods, hybrids, and especially your driver. But for now, we're speaking regarding the irons. Look, essentially, when I take a posture of the ball, my ability to create compression with the ball and the sticker is that firstly, you can see the sticker is about more or less where my lead shoulder is, where my left, as a right-handed player, where my left shoulder is. Now, my ability to maintain my arc through impact, where you can see from my lead shoulder, my hands on the club, facilitates my ability to not only hit the ball, but as you can see, clip the sticker as well. Now, you can hear that. You can hear the level of compression that I got. Now notice what happens if, let's say, I get into a position which maybe tops the ball, for example. A topping is essentially where the leading edge of the club is unable to reach the ground, right? So why does it happen? Maybe because I simply bend my left arm through impact, and maybe extend my wrist through impact, and I get into this somewhat position. Now, as you see there, easy way to top the ball, which is something that I've noticed with a lot of amateurs, all right? Now, why does that happen? There's a lot of reasons about why that happens, but I've noticed that with most amateurs, the biggest reason why that happens is the way that we have to manage using our right arm instead. Now, if you've ever taken a lesson before, a lot of your coaches will be saying, okay, keep your left arm straight. Fine. But keeping the left arm straight through impact is super difficult. Why? Because your right arm is also involved. Now, as a normal, common sense way of trying to create power and hit something, what are we going to do with our right hand? We're trying to whack it. And as you can see, when I whack it, I try to do this sort of a motion right here, okay? And unfortunately, we're not trying to hit the ball into the ground. We're trying to compress the ball and move the ball towards the target, right? So we're also not trying to pick the ball up. And as you can see, that's the main issue, which I've noticed a lot of amateurs who don't really comprehend how to use the club head, is that they're trying to pick the ball up into the air. And as you can see, what I just did with my hand there, I got into what you call a flex, sort of a movement going on. And from there, trying to pick the ball up, it's become super easy for that leading edge to reach for the sky and end up topping it. All right? So, what do we want to do? We want to ensure that the leading edge of the club stays down through impact. And as you can see what I immediately did there, rather than creating a more of a pickup or a throw motion to the ground, I'm actually using my right arm and my right hand as a pushing motion towards the target. Right? So imagine my palm and I'm pushing a door. You know, if I have something in my hand and I'm pushing it towards the target, right? That's the method that you're trying to use your right arm. Now, does the right arm have to be straight? No. It can bend. Does it have to be bent on top like a chicken wing? Definitely no. We want to bend it more like an underhand. Why? Because from when I keep my elbow close to my body and my right hand flat towards the target, I can create a nice little pushing technique, as you can see there. Now, if I have the club in my hand, you can see it becomes a lot easier to keep my left arm relatively straight through impact if my right arm is in a pushing motion through impact, as you can see there. And notice how simple and how easy it is for me to hit the sticker when I simply do that, even with the soft swing. Do you see there? I clipped it a little bit. Now, if I really want to get rid of that sticker, I prioritize that movement with obviously a little bit more speed, something like this. Sticker's still stuck. But you can hear that compression, right? Try that the next time you're on the range. See how your right arm is being used and how it's being engaged, okay? If you're interested in more videos like this, like and follow, like and subscribe. And I just got started, so I got a lot of stuff and a lot of concept that I would like to explain to you. And if you have any comments about any questions about things that you're interested in learning, just comment below and I'll try to get to you whenever I can. All right? Cheers.